Oh, it's that time. Just took a bath. Now I'm ready to hang out and relax for a little bit and chat. So I got a lot done today. Feeling a little better. My vision is still completely whacked, but I feel a little better. It's a good thing it's going to be a little while for my head to calm down and the sensory issues to calm down. It's been since last Wednesday that I got the vaccine, and it's just trying to get through, put me into a serious wave. So yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out today. It's weird because today it does not feel like a Saturday to me at all. Probably gonna cut off a little soon today just because I want to continually trying that Calm app that you guys suggested yesterday. And I started doing meditation. Even though I've meditated for years, I just it's nice to see something new. Trying to find my favorites. I listened to the one Matthew McConaughey one, Scott. It was pretty good. I liked it.
Day 1.
Yeah, we already finished day 1, so what's going on, guys? So yeah, I'm just trying to get the Calm app to take me to day 2. There it is. Better put it in my likes. It's really dreary outside. I like that. It's not so bright. My eyes are still flashing a lot. I always get that to a point, but it's been pretty more intense in the last week. Yesterday was really bad. Today it's a little better, but not by much. I'm getting by. Better than yesterday, that's for sure. But I know if I go out for work, like I would tomorrow, but I know what's going to happen. It's going to throw me into the same type of wave. So I'm going to wait a few days. Might go out on Labor Day. If it's hopefully not be too busy. That's okay. I got you. Nothing's up. Just hanging out today. I don't have a lot to talk about. I just figure I'd come on and waste a little time. Compared to yesterday, it's a better day. I just wish the sensory issues and the nervous system's still kind of freaking out. So it's still, my body's and brain are still vibrating. Hopefully that calms down soon, and then hopefully that will mean that my eyes will calm down the sensory issues. Yeah, I'm probably going to feel pretty bad for a little while from that. It's definitely not going to just get better instantly, but I do feel a little better today. So I'm hoping that's an upward trend, which for me, in my knowledge of how things go for me, it goes up and down. So I'll see. I'm just wanting the sensory issues to calm down, and they will eventually. It's just since after I fucked up that mirtazapine 5-6 months ago, it took my nervous system into a whole new direction. So everything I do now is just way worse. So doing the vaccine and the getting sick and stuff, it threw everything totally off, which I expected. I just hoped it wouldn't, you know. Oh, every single time seasons change, I get thrown into a wave. But it won't happen for me until like it gets cold. Like as soon as it gets really cold, or if it gets really hot, my body will just hates it, and I'll go through a pretty severe wave every single time. But at least I know it's coming. But it's just the nervous system. The body goes through a lot to get used to the new weather. Like for fall, it won't change any because it's too gradual. I'll still go through waves because the allergies aren't any better. So as soon as it freezes, I'll go through a wave and I'll probably start feeling a lot better just because I won't have any of the allergens for a little while, which is what I want. Get rid of the allergies. I used to love summer, but I can't even breathe outside. Spring, summer, can't even deal with it anymore. Kind of sucks, but yeah, Wisconsin's a great state. Man, the weather is up and down. But yeah, that heat was nuts. I'm actually glad. I mean, that's probably part of the reason my body's so fucked up too, from everything from being sick and vaccine and taking antihistamines for a little while and taking whatever else, and then the weather changing. It's just madness. So my body will get used to it. Anxiety's been higher, you know. But yeah, benzos. It's like I want to like kind of like when I talk about stuff, I try to change the term because like I don't mind seeing benzo withdrawal with you guys and stuff like that, but realistically, it's it was nervous system damage from benzos, and it's weird though, because if I do anything against what I learned, I can feel it. So I know it still has to do with the benzo stuff. Like I wouldn't drink alcohol, but it's like when I fucked up the mirtazapine, oh, that was all nervous system shit. And that threw me back into like acute type stuff. Yeah, nobody cares. But I don't use benzo withdrawal because they'll be like, dude, it's been 5 years. You're not in withdrawal anymore. It's like, okay, that's not what I mean. It's just a term, So I call it benzo withdrawal syndrome lately I've just been calling it nervous system damage. And then people kind of relate that one a little better. Yes, I do. I will just hold on a sec. I will. The easiest link is to Bandcamp, so I will. I have a lot of projects, but the easiest one for people to listen to is this one. You can listen to the album Echo Point. It's a little older now, but it still feels new to me because I've been sick the whole time. So Echo Point is the first album. I'm almost done with the second album now, but ever since 6 months ago when I fucked up my meds and stuff, I haven't been doing much. So whatever. But yeah, that's the latest, I guess. It's cool you can link it here. I didn't even think you could do links, but yeah. I'm not going to go through that right now. But there's a couple releases on there. The remix 3 song, it's okay. I released it just to make a few bucks, which I did. The Hold Me Now cover is really good. I like that one a lot. The Echo Point album, it shows 2 of them, but one is just extended with a couple remixes on it. So, but yeah. Nobody on here ever asked. I would move everything and show you, but everything's covered up right now. How about I just tell you? Nah, it doesn't really have the same impact. But I do use Cubase recording software, and most of my sounds are from VSTI synths. I don't have any outboard synths, keyboards and stuff anymore because I had to sell it all. So everything's software based. Just use a big MIDI keyboard and some controllers and 2 monitor computer. But yeah, nothing more than that. I used to have a lot of keyboards. I've got that project doesn't really have guitar on it. Little bits here and there, but I've got a guitar and bass and stuff, whatever. But that project doesn't really use much guitar. But it's like now my room is just filled with. I have one room in an apartment that's not very big that runs a very small music studio, which honestly doesn't take up too much room. and then a whole entire eBay business. And I wish I had a lot more fucking room because I could eventually I'll be able to build that business a little bigger. It's just I have no room for anything. And if I had more space, I could set up my keyboard stands and I'd buy a few synths again. Yeah. Yeah, I had a Tascam 4-track. Yeah, I'm 44 years old. So yeah, I started with a Tascam 4-track and then I built up to a 16-track, which I thought was just amazing then. And then my buddy had a 16-track, and then we said we had this big studio. It's fucking hilarious. And then when software came around, had a cheap ass computer. I was using a tracker, which is a mod plug tracker, which was I don't know if you ever used that, but you just add samples in and it just rotates and plays like a sequencer type thing. I used that for one of my old bands, and that was great. Then I had Cool Edit Pro to record vocals for. I didn't do vocals back in the day. Some backups, but Cool Edit Pro, which is now Adobe Audition. And then I went to Cubase 3.5, and now I'm on Cubase, well, the latest, 10.5 or some shit. It's been a fucking haul. Yeah. I loved using the trackers. It was so easy. I'd sit on the floor, plug a DM4 drum module into that and sequence drums, and I did this little metal project and some fucking around back in the day. Jeez, yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah, because they're all into the analog stuff now, so they're nuts and paying these insane prices. I really wish I would have kept my stuff from them. I mean, I think I sold mine for like $50 back in the day. Now it's like a couple $100. Yeah, stupid. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Hilarious. And I know like some of the studios want to like do some like tape recording sound stuff, and they're acting all fucking hipster about it. That's funny. Yeah, those were fun though. I mean, they were cool because like now I have so many options. It's like I don't even know what to do with myself. Like then there was 4 tracks and you can bounce tracks and shit like that. And after a while, it would sound like the tape hiss was loud, and it was fun. I had some really raw sounding stuff back then. I liked it though. I still have it on tape somewhere. It was fun. But now kids are all over that stuff. Oh, those drum machines were great. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long you'd want to hold on to them for, thinking that, I don't know how long they're going to be still getting a lot of money. But as of right now, they're doing good. The old drum machines. I just had I don't remember, a Roland. I don't remember. Cool little drum machine I sold. It got like $300, and it was like not even close to worth that. But I miss having synths and stuff like that. But one of my favorite things, I like having controllers for the software. Although that doesn't really change a bunch, but like what I do, I just like having them. I like hands-on kind of stuff with faders and whatever. It's fun. I like it. But yeah, back in the day, I liked the tapes. Oh, you had one. I just sold. I'll get back to what you're saying. I don't even have the discs anymore. I have a box of discs that I used to use because I was using an Ensoniq VFX SD, which I still love that keyboard. And that's what I used to hook up the fucking DM4 to. Fucker was heavy. I loved it though. Yeah. And I like the old Mirages and the Mirage and the what's the other sampler? Not the ASR 10 or whatever. That thing, if I'm saying it right, the thing was awesome. I had one of those. And there was ESP, EPS, ESP. I don't remember. One of those. Awesome. But I like the discs. I still have a ton of discs somewhere that went for the EPS. I think it's EPS. Well, you'll probably say, but it was awesome. But I would like, once I have room and I actually am more mentally stable and I know I'm not tapering off of tons of medicine, I will buy synths again. Yeah, I like my MIDI keyboard. It's a Nectar Panorama 40 something, whatever. It's got one little fader on it. It's cool. It's a fun little keyboard. I really don't use half of what's on it, but it's cool. I like it. Yeah, and Sonics. I love the old Sonics. They were such great little keyboards. Heavy, but great. Used to get those really cheap in when I lived in Texas for a while. I used to get them really cheap because people would just fucking they didn't want to deal with them because they were so heavy. So I'd go pick them up for like $100. Yeah, my DPDR gets really, really intense, especially now. Especially that stupid vaccine that blew it out of the water. It's a little better today, though. I'll give it that. So, it's like I have a love-hate relationship with going out. I need to go out because if I don't, my paranoia and anxiety get really insane. I mean, like looking out the window right now, it's like, oh God, I couldn't imagine going out there. But it's like I have to because the more I do it, the more my anxiety calms down and I can deal with it a little better. That's why I haven't been going out for work as much as I'd like because of the way I feel and the massive amount of nervous system craziness that happens. But it's like I have to. If I don't, I'll go crazy. I do need the time off though, but I can't like walk outside too much because the allergies are just terrible. I literally, when I take my dog out, I fucking wear a mask. Stupid. It only helps so much for mold though, but whatever. Yeah. So you got to push yourself though, and I don't normally tell people to push themselves if they're like homebound, But for me, unless I'm like like if yesterday was such a bad day, there's no way. But mentally, I need to get out. even if it's like, even the stimulus is really bad and scary, but I need to do it. Because sometimes, like today, I went to the store, I went to the grocery store, and honestly, I didn't know how that was going to turn out because I was already reeling from yesterday being so bad. And then I went to the store and it wasn't that bad. And then I came home feeling better because I felt more confident that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's weird how some situations can be better than others. Like right now, I feel really weird looking out the window. But if I go in the other room and start watching TV, I might feel a little better. You know, it just all depends on what I'm doing. It's really strange. The whole situation is fucking weird. No, she will. I mean, but it depends, you know, because she works in the evenings most of the time, and not like late at night, but in the evening. And a lot of times, like if I went to the grocery store, I go alone. We don't do that together. She kind of hates doing it anyway. So, and I'll do it mostly because it gets me out of the house. And other than doing work stuff, like on thrift stores or whatever like that, then we'll make plans to do stuff together. But not as much lately, especially after, like, she wants me to go to her little cousin's birthday party on the 19th. So at this time, I say, I have no idea how that's going to go. You know, I'd like to go, but it's going to be a sensory overload big time. But I'd like to go. So I don't ever make plans per se. I just say we'll see how it goes. She knows I just got the vaccine and she knows what it's doing to me. So there's never any promises. We'll see. We'll see. It's totally true. I mean, for a while before I fucked up the meds and all that shit, I could almost guarantee how I was going to be the next day. That was pretty cool to finally know how I was going to be. I mean, I could like now I live kind of half a day by half a day. I never know. Like, if I feel decent in the morning, usually I can guarantee that's going to last for a couple hours. But as before, like, it can be like days. I would know for like how I feel that it's going to last for a couple days, sometimes even a week. Like, you know, but it's once I get off the mirtazapine, that's when things will change for me. A lot of people don't believe that because it's been so long. But nothing will be perfect, but I know it'll be the beginning of actual healing for me. And people said that from the beginning. They said, once you're off all the medication, that's when things will get better. I didn't thoroughly believe that, but yeah, I can tell. I mean, I can do things to my nervous system to make things worse, like vaccinations and shit like that, but yeah, for sure. Yeah, there was a few days back that I woke up and I'm like, holy fucking shit. What is, I'm like, well, there's no way this day is going to be any good. And the funny thing is, I was hit by a train, I swear to God. And I would say later around 4 o'clock that day, I started to feel better. It was totally cortisol. How crazy is that? Just nuts. I'm going to sign off here in a minute. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I stopped making. I don't even. I wasn't even. I haven't even seen that last video before I started up again. Um, there was two reasons. One, I couldn't upload on YouTube anymore. They blocked my account for some reason. And then when I was able to, they wouldn't let me go live, which because for some reason, even when I could upload again, the uploads would never go through. They would always fail like halfway through. And after a while, I got sick of it. Then I started thinking to myself, I have to stop obsessing about benzo stuff. I got to stop talking about it every day. I need to get on with my life, kind of thing. So I started doing videos here and there, and I was on the benzo recovery site on Facebook. I was there every day. I was an admin on that site for a year or two, probably a year. But so I just took it to another place, and I was surprised nobody from the YouTube channel actually related that, because it's the biggest benzo site on Facebook, and I was there all the time. I was an admin. I did mention it at some point, but nobody really paid attention to that. But whatever, you know. So once I fucked up my medicine, that's when I really decided to come back, because I'm like, I need to talk. And honestly, I got sick of doing it in the group, and I didn't want to have to like help everybody anymore. I wasn't an admin anymore, you know. I just wanted to get through my days and talk to people, and just vent about stuff without venting it to my girlfriend, and vent to people that kind of understand, you know. So I promise I won't cut off again without explaining, unless something serious happens and I can't, you know. But yeah, I think some people thought I died, but I was hoping that people would relate it after a while, because I couldn't get the videos to upload. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I don't like that people thought I died though. That sucks. But yeah, you have a good evening too. It's been good chatting. We will talk soon.